Right up front, I'd like to apologize that this video that you're about to see is a day late, but it's good. I was asked to hold it up a day because the folks at GearBest had said they could give me a coupon code and get some money off for you. So if you use coupon code TIMEIT, just like you see right there, TIMEIT, instead of paying $55.91, you will get it for $49.50. Cheapest price on the internet. Okay, on with the video. Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel, and what I have here for you today is the SMA Time smartwatch. GearBest sent me this watch for review. I wasn't too excited about it. I didn't ask for it. They sort of asked if I wanted to review it. I said sure. But as I've used it over the last couple of days, I've grown to really like this watch, especially because of certain features, such as this screen is not a screen. I mean, it has a backlight. I can press the button, it lights up, but normal operation, it's always on and it's reflective. So although it doesn't look fantastic right now when you're outside, it reflects all that light. It looks really good in direct sunlight. Another thing, and wait for it, this is an important one, 40-day battery life. And when I say battery life, that means then you recharge it. But 40 days, one of the things that you have to worry about with a lot of smartwatches is you usually end up having to charge them every day or every couple of days. This one, every 40 days. Another feature we have is a heart rate monitor. It can also flash up alerts like this one I just got from Fox News. It's a sleep monitor. It is a step counter. I'll let you take a look at this one watch face right here so you can see the amount of steps I took today. And there's my heart rate that I have set to periodically take. Here in this particular watch face has the time and date. You can change watch faces, and we'll go into the functionality, but I want to talk about just the hardware itself real quick. It is an aluminum case. Now this one is black. They also have a chrome one, and this one is the one with the black strap. Now you could get this strap or band in different colors. It also comes in blue and red. The strap is made out of a thermoplastic polyurethane. Now your screen is not a touch screen. You just utilize these buttons. You got your up and down, and this is all a forward, this is a back or cancel kind of button. But the screen is a 1.3 inch, has 8 colors, and it's 128 by 128 resolution, and again it is not a touch screen. Now I believe the CPU in here is a ARM Cortex M4F, but I'm not 100% positive. This has Bluetooth 4.0, so it could talk to your cell phone, and there is a piece of software we'll talk about called SMA Care, which you can load either on your iOS or Android phone. This is waterproof to 3 atmospheres, which translates to about 96 feet. Functions in this watch include alerts, reminders, alarms, the heart rate monitor, the sleep monitor. It could do a remote camera shutter, so you could go ahead and snap a picture using your watch if you want to get in on your picture. It has an alarm, but it's not the kind that you listen to. It's a vibration, so it's only vibration only, not a sound. Now I said that this has 40 days of runtime. It does that due to the use of a, believe it or not, 180 milliamp hour battery. So you can see that this is a very efficient watch because it's not a super large battery, and the weight, it's 1.4 ounces. It's very easy to change these straps. You just go ahead, and it has that Apple kind of little thing you just pull there. It makes it easy to change the straps, pull them on and off. Now to change the face of the watch, it's very simple. You just grab your cell phone and you go to the store and you download the SMA Care application. Now I've already installed it on the phone, but I wanted to let you take a look what it looks like here on my Android phone. I'm just going to go ahead and open it up from here. Now what you have to do is you have to register this. You either have to use your email address and it'll send you a code to activate it. Doesn't cost any money, or you could do it via your phone number. I chose to do it just via email. I'm not going to take you through that process because I want to keep this short. Now I told you that you could change your watch faces. Now there's a limited amount of watch faces you could choose from. This is not a Android Gear kind of watch, you know, it's sort of a proprietary OS. So you just go to change watch faces. We'll go ahead and do that, and you can load 3 onto here that you could sort of sequence back and forth on, but you can switch them up and choose whichever ones you want here, and you can see all different kinds. I'm sure out of all of these you could eventually find 1 or 2 that you do like. So if you want to take a look, you can see an alert from my phone just came up here, just to show you. I could do the backlight to make it easy. Oh, I have 9 messages. Wow. Sequencing through all the different things. So if I want to see messages, I click that middle, and you can see I can sort of sequence through all the different messages. And we'll talk about those type of alerts here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and hit this button to sort of back up. Now I can hit the up and down button while I have the watch face on. This is the up and down, and I can sequence through the 3 that I've stored into here. You can see sort of a matrix kind of thing going on there, and then I have a plain one I chose, and then I have this one which I like. Now 2 of these came already installed. This one was already there by default. This one is one I put on there, and this one was on out of the box. Speaking of out of the box, let me show you what you get. Go ahead and try to open this up. There we go. And you can see you get some short instructions. Pretty good. Nothing bad. And the watch band came in here, and in here came the charging cable. So you have a USB on one side. You have this 4 contact with 2 magnet kind of deal that you just sort of put on there just like that. Sort of works a lot like the old Peeble. Yeah, whoops. It's hard to do this when you're not actually looking at it. I'm trying to go through the... There we go. So, works real good. You can see it's going to stay on there pretty good. Not going to have a problem. By the way, I don't know what the crystal is made out of. I mean, I had no clue. I couldn't find any documentation. And again, this case here is an aluminum, and I think the one with the blue straps has the silver. It's not painted black like this one is, but it does have really good build quality. I really do like the way it feels. So getting back to the app, some important things here is, whoops, let me open that back up. Some of the important things here is you could get into your activity, and you could see how far and when you're moving. Your steps gives you the estimated distance. I can't change this. It seems to be kilometers. I can't change it to miles. And your calories burnt. And you could do day by week, by month. And you could sequence through the days just by swiping. Very simple to use. I like it. Here is your heart rate monitor. It gives you a nice sequence, and again you get all those options to go through time. Sleep monitor automatically detects sleep. You can see here it tells you when you're sleeping light and heavy. Really good. Automatically, just if you have it on the wrist, it could see that you're not moving, and it could figure out that you're sleeping. Also, you can set reminders, and one of the neat reminders that it can put in here is sedimentary, so like it will sort of nudge you and vibrate to say, hey, you're sitting around not moving, get moving. Kind of neat thing. I'm going to go ahead and get into the settings here. Notifications, so when on my cell phone, if I get a call, this will vibrate and let me know, and it'll give you some information there. SMS alerts. Here's your sedimentariness. Whoops. So you could sort of go in there and tell it to give you a nudge every so often during certain times, so you don't sit around on your butt and do nothing. You could set an alarm. Heart rate monitor. You could set the intervals, how often, start, stop time, things like that. Pretty cool. So yeah, it's every hour interval. You can go there and change it so it does it. So it's not continuous. It does it based on what you set here. You have your vibration alert, where I got it set for it does it like 4 times when you get alert how long the backlight stays on. Smart camera, so again you could have it where you could take the picture using here. It doesn't have the camera I'm talking about. It's like a remote shutter release. I already showed you changing your watch face. You have notification settings where you can go in and choose what application alerts can come up on here. Like you saw Hangouts and you saw Twitter just a moment ago on there. That's because I selected those as far as apps to pass on the notifications to here. You can do your firmware update. I went ahead and ran this and it did do a firmware upgrade, so I know there's at least one out from the one that you get at GearBest. And you got the pair and unpair. Relatively simple to pair. I'm not going to go through that. You all should be used to it. So everything worked really, really good. We'll go through some of the things on this watch. By the way, if you're interested in this watch, GearBest, they sent me this, but I'd buy it with my own money, easy, and I wouldn't regret it. It costs $55.91, and the gear's in the description box below. Now I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the applications here on here. You can see where it has the step activity, heart rate. Now when you choose this, it'll do it more continuously. If you select heart rate, it'll just go and do it constantly. And there's my messages, and you can sequence through. See, I selected, I could sequence through. Kind of neat. And if I go in there, I can delete it. You just, again, it's not a touch screen, so everything is done by buttons. You want to go back, you hit this guy. Now when you delete one, it deletes them all. Next is settings, so you can go in here and also change some settings within here. Let me see, I have units, maybe, no, it has Imperial selected there also, so that's the one thing. It says it stays in kilometers on the phone no matter what. You can choose your language. I think the only 2 languages that are supported on this one is English or Chinese, and I have English. Here's the device information. Now, I've been wearing this for 3 days and powers at 95%. Very impressive. There's my firmware version after I did the update. And you can do a factory reset and turn this off. So pretty intuitive, very easy to use. You could just play with the buttons and figure it out. You don't have to read the instructions. And again, it does have a backlight. You can see there is sort of an angle of view when you're reflecting light. You can see I'm reflecting light, so it's not actually lit. It's always on. It does not. One of the things it doesn't do is it doesn't have any kind of gyro in here. So you know how some watches you can twist your wrist and it'll come on. It doesn't do that since it's always on. But if it's dark, you're gonna have to hit a button. So I usually hit this cancel button right here, and it lights up for the amount of time that I set for the backlight to be on. You can hit any button and that light comes on for the preset amount of time that you selected. So really, that's everything in a nutshell. There's not too many videos out there on this watch, so I hope this really helps a lot of folks who saw this watch on GearBest or some other Chinese websites, although I think GearBest has the best price right now, and they're my favorite company for overseas products. So as with every product that I review, I always give you the pros and cons at the end. So here we go. For pros, I have long battery life. It is amazing. Again, I've been using this for 3 days and I'm at 95%. So quite amazing. And the low price. For what you get here, it's not a super duper smartwatch, but it is considered a smartwatch. It is $55.91 at GearBest. The link is in the description box below. Really good price for this guy. Now for the cons, no aftermarket applications. It's not like it's an Android watch where you can go in and download apps, or the iWatch where you can download different apps. You got what you got, that's about it. And the same for watch faces. Whatever you saw in the application and in here, that's all you got. You could sort of, if you hit the link, and you could sort of scroll down to the information on GearBest, you could see all the different watch faces that are sort of in the app. And again, 3 could be stored that you could switch around on your watch itself. The last thing I'd like to say before I sort of put this video in the can is, with all the smartwatches I have, really it comes down to the things that I ended up using the most is the step counter and what time it is and some notifications and occasional sleep monitoring. And this does it all. And it's probably the cheapest one out there that can do it all. I mean, yeah, you pay more and you get a plethora of additional features, but it costs more and your battery life is next to nothing. And when it comes down to it, this guy has all the features that I use the most out of all the other ones. And I don't have that oh my god, my battery's gonna go dead, I gotta keep it in the charger kind of thing. It's like sort of electric cars these days, where you sort of have range anxiety because you only have 100-mile range, and you're always worried about, okay, am I going to end up getting stuck out somewhere and with my battery all drained? So you're always trying to find a place to charge your car. And it's the same with the watch. You're always worried that it's going to run out. You don't with this guy. 40 days. It seems to be living up to that. I'd be happy if it just lasted a month, which it's on track to do so. Now, I've only tested it a couple of days, but from other reviews and based on what I've seen so far, it looks like that's a pretty accurate estimate. Let's see. Covered everything. I apologize about my voice. I have a really, really bad cold. I was really debating whether or not to do this review at all, but I wanted to bring this review to you really badly. I don't want you to miss out if this is something that you're looking for. So I'm here for you. Alright. Well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great day or evening wherever you are and whatever time it is. Take care. Bye.